Now, for the ultimate test, can James behave himself during the tasting?
There is a Chinese saying which is rather fun. Don't throw pearls at pigs, and I don't understand why I am giving you one of this glass. I can see why I give it to us. So us, we taste this, and I mean taste.
This is a 17-year-old Chardonnay. This is the rarest white wine he's going to taste.
I can see your Adam's apple going up and down. You're cheating.
Not cheating, I'm drinking it.
Stop cheating. See, he's cheating again. He swallowed it.
It's not cheating. This is where I enjoy it. I can't give you an opinion unless I swallow it.
Okay, here's some cashew nuts.
And in fact, if you want to cleanse your palate, uncooked cashew nuts are good for it. That's a good wine too.
People really would think you were a bit of a wine ponce, though, if they came round to your house and you said, would you like a drink of wine? Would you like some cashew nuts first to
What
cleanse
does
your
it
palate?
matter what people think of you?
They think you're a wine ponce. That's quite serious.
Really? Why?
Because being a wine ponce is unacceptable. Complimentary. Yeah. Love your book about. Suha clearly thinks that Oz can be saved, so she whisks him away. He's been gone for 45 minutes now, and I've no idea what he's up to, but I think it's a bit rich leaving me on my own with this selection of virtually unobtainable and priceless wines. Have you tasted this? Probably not.
Are you proud of yourself?
For what?
I'm pissed.
So what?
Because Emma's upset.
She's not upset.
To finish a whole bottle of the most expensive wine in the place.
Look how many of the cashew nuts are
Oh,
here.
leave it out. We leave you alone for 15 minutes and
minutes,
you get hammered. I just wish sometimes I could take him to see some of my really nice friends and he could behave himself and be nice. If Suha can't tame him, nobody can. Maybe Schramsberg and Newton were a bit upmarket for James. So the next day I take James to see a more down-to-earth side of the wine world. Will this relight his fire? The wind in the hills, the fog rolling in off the sea, and the lower temperatures are all perfect conditions for sparkling wine production. And with an abundance of top wineries, Carneros does appear to have it all, but everything has to start somewhere. A few rugged, down-to-earth pioneers helped make Carneros the prime vineyard it is today. Every Friday, they get together to play bocce, which is basically the Italian version of boule, and my good friend Kent Rasmussen is a major player. He is not a rich, poncy bloke with 500 acres on the, and a sort of silly French chateau on the top of a mountain.
He's a real person.
He does have some slightly funny trousers. He's got funnier ones, I can actually promise you. But Kent grows the oldest Pinot Noir vines in the region.
So you're a real man of the soil. You're not a champagne farmer, so to speak.
I like to think myself that way, yeah.
Are you ever tempted to sell up because you must be sitting on a fortune?
No, I don't think so, no.
Well, good for you.
So. I enjoy what I do. It's a good lifestyle.
Pinot Noir is used for sparkling wine, but Kent prefers to make red wine from it. And I know James prefers red wine to fizz, so... Give James that.
What is that?
That is it.
So this is a straight Pinot Noir?
This is a straight Pinot Noir.
Good, eh, sir?
It is. It's got a slight
James,
graveliness to it.
I don't know whether this is something that you're just trying to impress Kent or me with. I've been trying for weeks to make you spit wine out.
I need a break. We drink wine 2 or 3 times a day. I spend half my time lying on the deck, not even knowing which country I'm in, and it's not healthy, and it's not the right message either.
That I'm almost slightly appalled that you should be spitting out my friend Kent's wine. I can't get used to this, James. Stop spitting. Stop it.
Actually, viewers, I haven't turned into a wine ponce. I'm actually doing this for Oz. Would you mind awfully if I left you to it for a bit? Sorry, Ken, but my guts have been...
Are you serious?
Yeah. I just think I need to go and spend some time indoors.
It's coming up well. I give up. But with James out of the picture and the bubbly education pretty much down the pan, I can relax. And you know what? I'm going to have some fun. Bring a bottle with you, though. I don't want to be dry when I get there.
Okay.
Bring that stuff. Okay, where are we? It's wimpy. I felt it. What are you? Hey.
So 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine.
You see, Oz has never quite got over his disappointment at being in the camper van when what he was really hoping for was a Mustang. So I've hired him one.
Long brown hair.
That's for you, James. You wimp. Too hard. Too hard.
So we have another guest with us for the rest of this wine trail, the Stang. But I'm not sure Oz will actually be in the mood for it today. Unfortunately, the renowned wine critic and arbiter of public taste, TV's Oz Clarke, got quite badly clattered last night, which gives me an opportunity to present him with another challenge. It's a hangover cure tasting session.
It smells disgusting.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was an awful noise, wasn't it?
You could sod off and leave me alone.
Our first tasting is our old favourite, fried spam and onion with baked beans. Unfortunately, it is made with American spam, which is sweet.
Well, the only reason this would help my hangover is so damn hot, it's actually burning holes in my tongue. I'll give it 11 out of 100.
Oz,
I'm doing my exercises.
I can see up your dressing gown, do you mind? Right, number 2 is leftover dried pasta with cheesy sauce with added pepper and mustard.
I'm going to give this one 74 points out of 100.
Finally, tinned sardines in olive oil, mashed up with black pepper and a spoonful of salad cream, served on crisped American rye toast and lightly finished off under the grill. Oily fish, good for you, brain food. First impressions, the effect it's having on your thick head.
Hot again. I'm going to give this one 46 points out of 100.
So, the conclusion to that, leftover pasta and cheese sauce with mustard powder is the best hangover cure. There you go. That is a wine drinking fact.
Best hangover cure. Poppycock. Tomato juice. Worcester sauce. Tabasco. Nice cold vodka. Egg yolk in there. The hair of the dog. Down in one. I tell you, that is a hangover cure.
Come on then. No, Oz. You'll like it. I think you'll find this is. 2 more steps.
Okay.
Turn left. Left, you fool. And open.
It's a Mustang. Fantastic.
Riding along an automobile.
This is a great treat. I'm delighted.
I thought you'd like it. You did say when we first met up, oh, have you brought a Mustang? And I hadn't, and I felt a bit guilty, so I went and got one.
Not for me. Isn't it ironic? With the bubbles out of the equation, we get on just fine.
Indeed.
But I'm afraid it's time we brought the bubbles back. In the 1970s, Claude Taittinger, the French champagne mogul, staked his claim for Californian gold with Domaine Carneros. The boss here is Eileen Crane.
We don't try to compare ourselves to French champagne. Imitations are never as good as originals. So what we are trying to do is make a Carneros original.
This wine powerhouse saw the fizz potential in Carneros before anybody else.
The climate in the Carneros is actually, during the growing season, a little bit cooler than Burgundy and a little warmer than Champagne. It's kind of like a vintage year in Champagne.
It's her single-minded vision and obsession with Pinot Noir and Chardonnay grapes that has made Domaine Carneros a tourist hotspot and the place to chill out in Carneros.
So you are an absolute avowed bubble person.
Well, I think it's just hard to be sad when you're drinking champagne, don't you think?
I don't really like bubbly wine. I know what you're going to say. You'll say, well, you will when you taste this. But I struggle with bubbles, I'm sorry.
When he asks. In order for James to appreciate bubbles, I think we need to go back to basics. We're about to try the juice of the grapes that have just been brought in from the vineyards. This is the start of it all. This grape juice will become sparkling wine.
This is brand new Chardonnay juice.
Was it Bramley apple juice?
Well, I like Chardonnay juice.
Well, next we've got Chardonnay juice that has just finished the first fermentation process, so it's 8-day-old wine.
It is the 07 vintage.
Wow. Yeah. Look.
That's the thing about the wine you make sparkling wine out of rather than wine you make table wine out of. It's got to be more acid, so you pick the grapes when they're less ripe for sparkling wine.
So you get less sugar that way as well.
Less sugar, but you also get more acidity.
If you allowed the grapes to get fully ripe, the alcohol in that wine would be too high to undergo a secondary fermentation in the bottle. And yet, we need to imagine what this wine will taste like 6, 7, or 8 years down the road.
Okay, here's a wine challenge of sorts. This new Chardonnay is, I think we would agree, the sharpest thing in the world. If I can drink a whole glass of that without pulling a face, will you buy me a bottle of Madame's Pinot Noir?
Another of James's idiot challenges.
Okay.
You wimp!
Let's move on to the real stuff then.
Okay, I've failed. But how will the wine maestro fare?
Okay, you're allowed to laugh, but you can't pull a bulldog chewing a nettle face. You're on the verge. You can't do it.
If it's any consolation, as a winemaker, I take 2 or 3 sips and spit, so.
Now it's time we tickled our taste buds with a drop or two of the good stuff. But will it be enough to turn James round?
So here we have the 2001 Lorette. This is all Chardonnay.
Have you had someone going down there with a little knife and making a tiny little thing in the bottom of your glass?
They all come scratched.
Because that means that the bubbles have got somewhere to start. That's why you get this lovely twirling pattern. That's a bubbly wine fact.
Is it banana-y, or is it peachy, or is it strawberries? I don't know.
See, I'm getting nuts and cream off it. Champagne is rather elegant and lean. In California, for some reason, it's often the other way around. Chardonnay is the one that gives you round, plump flavours, and the Pinot Noir is leaner.
I quite like this.
Hallelujah! There's hope for him yet.
The other sparkling wine that you get in that other country across the channel is often quite sort of dry and bready almost in texture, but this is genuinely fruity. We're probably far enough into the series now to give another very salient wine fact, which is that expensive wine tastes better than cheap wine, doesn't it? It's not a myth.
You'd better be careful, James. You're in danger of becoming my next Poncy wine friend.
Sort of fresh baking bread.
Good
type.
point.
Yeah, nice.
I like the Chardonnay very much as well for its slightly raw and feral quality.
What I'm actually doing, Oz, is exploiting your good reputation to get a free drink. Haven't you worked it out? Anyway, next time you join us, we'll be heading to Sonoma, the birthplace of American wine.